Hello, my name is Eugenia, and today I'm going to be cooking and showing you how to cook a dish that I enjoy eating. It's called creamy white bean soup with spinach. First, let's go over the ingredients. You're going to need about 2 handfuls of spinach. I'm going to use spinach. You can use kale or any other type of greens that you prefer. And I have cannelli beans. You can use the plain navy beans or white beans. It just has to be a white bean. I have about a medium-sized sweet onion. This is celery, and I had about 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, 1 medium-sized potato. And for seasoning, I have garlic, 6 cloves of garlic, red pepper flakes, a half a teaspoon, and a teaspoon of salt. And you might need more salt as you go on. It depends on your how you like salt and pepper. Pepper also, and that's depending on you and your family how you like it. Also, for seasoning, I have pulled out of my own garden some fresh seasoning. I have bay leaves, I have rosemary, I have thyme also, and basil. And this is what they call a bouquet garni. I'm going to put this in there, and then I'll take it out at the end. I don't want these to get loose in there. You can also take some twine and tie it together and put it in also if you don't have a little package. I use. Okay, so first we're going to do is saute. I'm going to turn the oven on to medium heat. And we're going to saute the carrots. And I'm not going to use oil for this. I'm going to use my vegetable broth. It's a low sodium vegetable broth. And you can get this anywhere. I got this at Costco, but you can, find it on the market. Mine is organic, and you can get this one at Costco, but you can get it anywhere. And so what I'm going to do is put the heat on and just put my onions, chopped onions in there. 1 medium-sized onion. I'm going to put my celery. And carrots. About 2 carrots. I'm going to let that saute on its own. You just let the heat, when you hear that noise, and it starts frying like a sizzling, you use a small amount of low sodium or vegetable broth. So now you hear the onions and celery and carrots are sauteing. It's sticking to the pan a little bit. So now I'll go ahead and pour in my vegetable broth. You hear that? And that's how you saute without the use of oil. So that way you can save yourself, especially if you're on a diet or you're trying to, you have certain chronic diseases that fat would be not so good for you. You can always just use some vegetable broth to saute, or you can use water, vegetable broth to saute your carrots. And also I'm going to go ahead and put the garlic in now. I have 6 cloves of garlic. Stir that around with this. So now we're going to go ahead and put in the teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of the red pepper flakes. I'm going to go ahead and put the medium-sized potato I chopped up. I just use you can just use a Yukon or a yellow potato or any potato. There goes my potatoes. Any type of potatoes you like. Then go ahead and put in, you're going to need about 3 cups of the vegetable broth. A little left over from another meal. There. And go ahead and put in my beans. So now I have my beans completed into the pot. I'm going to put in a little more my vegetable broth. And then we're going to let it cook for about 30 minutes. Because we have the potatoes that need to get cooked. Beans. Now, my beans, you can get, use canned beans. You can use canned beans, two 15-ounce of the Canelli canned beans, or navy beans, or white beans. Or if you buy dry beans, which I do, I dry a cup of Canelli beans. I cook them in my Instant Pot, pressure cook them so it's quicker, and then use them in my soup. So I'm just checking on my beans. See how things are going here. Not quite ready, not quite 30 minutes, but just need to see that I still have enough vegetable broth and everything is still looking okay. Smells good. You can see the little package here, the garni that I put in, the bouquet. I'll let it season up my beans. Okay, well, I think the beans are ready now. We'll go to our next step here. So first I'm going to take the little bouquet out. We don't need that. All this stuff on it. Let's see. Okay, got that out. So this is ready now. Our next step, I'm going to take my immersion wand and cream this up, make it sort of creamy. Now you can put half it in a blender if you don't have an immersion wand. And this is what I mean by immersion wand. If you don't have one, you can put it in, you have a blender, and you can put it half of the contents in a blender. I like the immersion one. Now I don't want to smash or use all of it, but I do want to get some of it. Half of it. Be careful not to do all of it. I want some of the beans in their original form, so to speak. But I really like nice thick stews or soup. I like mine to be thick and just, you know, so I'll do it just a little bit more. Be careful not to splatter it all around. Okay, I think that did it. Back over here. Now I'm going to put the last 2 items in. I have still got my spinach. Now this spinach is just going to melt right into this dish. Makes it really a nice, healthy meal with the spinach. You have your greens, you have your beans, carrots and celery, vegetables. This meal has everything you need. Oops, lots of spinach. Okay. And like I said, you can, if you don't like spinach, I don't know who wouldn't like spinach, but if you don't like spinach, you can always use kale. I'm a fan of spinach. I'm not really a fan of kale, so I usually use spinach in my meals. I got one more item I need to put in, and that is actually the juice of half a lemon. That's going to perk this right on up. Let's get the spinach. And this just has to cook for a short time. Spinach will cook, you know, spinach doesn't take very long to cook. Now I just put 2 handfuls. If you really like your greens to be more, you can go ahead and put more. It's just going to make it just better. It can only get better. Now I'm going to put the lemon juice, half a lemon juice. I taste this and it's perfect. I thought I don't need any more salt. Now, lemon, to me, helps make a dish a little more salty, so you don't really have to add salt. When you put the lemon in, you'll notice it gives it like a salty taste. I'm just saying. Okay, there we go. We're just going to let it very low. I'm going to put this on 1 here. Very low for about, 10 minutes. Let those juices. And it should be ready. So now we're going to check on our soup. Our creamy white bean soup with spinach. And you can see how creamy it is. It's creamy, yet you can still see they have some beans, and of course you can see the spinach and some carrots. It's very creamy. Let me just give it a little taste. That's delicious. That's going to go really well. Now you can have this as just one meal with over a bed of jasmine rice, farro, or quinoa, or brown rice, or you can just have it as a side dish alone, eat it by itself. And the important thing I want to remind you on this particular recipe is that you do not have to use oil to saute. You can use vegetable broth, you can use water, and that way you can cut out the oil and help save you some calories and other issues with using oil. Thank you and have a great day.